Troy is coming off of an open week and prepares for a game this Friday at Georgia State. The game will kick off from the Georgia Dome in Atlanta at 1 p.m. Central Time, 2 p.m. Eastern, and will be televised on ESPN3. Coach Brown, before we get to questions, please give us your thoughts on what the team accomplished in the bye week in the last week and also the upcoming game against Georgia State.
Well, we used our bye week for a couple of different things. Number one, it was a good week for our guys to get caught up academically on things that they may have fallen behind on. We scrimmaged twice with our younger kids that are redshirting. We had a really good spirited scrimmage on Thursday night under the lights for those guys, and they enjoyed that. And we wanted to get our guys that have been playing a lot. We're not very deep, so we were banged up a little bit after that Georgia Southern game. So only practiced twice with those guys and allowed them to have some rest and relaxation. We're a little different schedule for us this week because no classes at all. So we're practicing early in the day, and I fully expect us to come out and finish this year strong. Georgia State's going to be they're playing with a lot of confidence right now. They're playing their best football by far. The last 3 games they played really well. I think they're growing on defense. Obviously, Arbuckle and those guys are throwing it around as good or better than anybody in our league. So it's going to be a challenge on Friday. Something our guys are looking forward to.
Thank you, Coach. As a reminder to our members of the media, please press *1 at this time to get in the queue to ask questions. Coach, you kind of alluded to it this Friday against Georgia State. It looks like from the outside it's going to be a game of 2 really good passing attacks going against each other. Do you see that as kind of the key elements of this game between your 2 passing attacks going up against the defense?
Well, they've done a really good job. I think they're probably leading the league in passing. They've been more consistent throwing the ball than we have. We started coming around. We didn't play very good offensively. We didn't have very many snaps against Georgia Southern. That was part of it. But yeah, I think both of us are leaning heavy on our quarterbacks right now, and I think 2 of the better passing quarterbacks in our league for sure. It's going to be a matchup between those 2 guys, and we've got to figure out ways to put pressure on Arbuckle. They're talented at receiver, so we've got to win some of those one-on-one battles, and then on the other side, we've got to win our fair share because, like I said, I think their team is starting to play better as they've grown defensively. And if you look at the scores and the yards the last 3 weeks, that unit is growing up. And I thought they played their best game of the year on Saturday against South.
Coach, you've seen last couple of weeks again when watching Georgia State. They've had a few teams play man coverage against their receivers. Do you think, and they've had a success against that man coverage? Do you think that going to this game that you're going to have to mix up a little bit to use a combination of zone and man against their, arguably one of the deeper receiver positions in the conference?
Yeah, well, they have 3 what I would call plus receivers. 3 guys that are above average in our league for sure, and they can run well. They've done a good job recruiting those type kids. We'll have to mix it up. Anytime you play somebody that's good, I think what we've got to do is we've got to take away all Arbuckle's easy throws. We've got to eliminate those. And then we've got to do a good job trying to confuse him in the secondary, mixing up some zone and some man and playing a little matchup also.
And on the defensive side, is Tyler Roberts really the key to this game, is his ability to get pressure?
Well, he's our best player for sure. And I think in my opinion, he's the best pass rusher in the league. I'm sure other coaches feel the same about their kids, but I think he's the best pass rusher in the league. That's one I've seen so far. So yeah, we've got to try to free him up and get him in some one-on-one situations where hopefully he can win. But I think this is a game where he could shine if we're able to get him in some good situations.
And finally, Coach, in preparing for this week, does the Friday game kind of throw, a little bit different wrinkle into your preparation for this week?
Well, it's different. I'm glad we had the bye week coming into it. Georgia State's on a little bit of a shorter week, but they're also, anytime you're on a winning streak like they are, they're itching to get back into the game action. So I don't think it'll be an issue for either team.
All right, Coach, that's all the questions we have for today. We appreciate your time.